Good evening, ladies and gents, back with another Conquerors Blade video, and we have had it confirmed, all of the changes which are going to be coming into the game tomorrow. Before we get into the video though, hit that subscribe button if you want to be kept up to date with the latest and greatest of Conquerors Blade. So if you watched one of my most recent videos, you will be aware that some units are going to be getting some massive changes coming to our version of the game tomorrow, plus plenty more in the future as well. In this video I am going to go through in detail what I think are the kind of top points, and I am not going to cover really everything. I am just going to be covering really the main units which are going to be changing. However, if you want to go and read the actual patch notes and everything, I will leave a link in the description box below for you, so you can go and read to your heart's content. So starting off with the Modaos. The Modaos are going to be losing their 20% overall damage reduction. This is going to be replaced with a 33% damage reduction against cavalry and an 8% damage reduction against infantry. So they are going to be a little bit more harder hit against by infantry, by melee units, and they are actually going to be hit a little bit less against cav, which really solidifies and secures their place in the game as an anti-cav unit. Modaos, I believe, especially in territory wars, are going to be an absolute god unit, and for countering cav and all the rest of it, I think the Modaos are going to be by far one of the best units for it. They are still going to do absolutely mad damage. They are going to be hit hard, or be hit less harder. That doesn't make a lot of sense. They're going to be hit less when fighting cavalry. However, infantry are going to be able to do a little bit more damage than what they currently can do. Going on to the Axe Raiders. The Axe Raiders are having a slight kind of change as well. They are chosen a lot at the minute, and they're going to have changes to their recovery rate. So they're not going to be healing as much when they're actually in the fights, which should make them a little bit squishier, and hopefully that will be enough to balance them. If not, I'm sure we will see more changes in the next few weeks for them once they have actually been in with their slight nerf and see how much more is kind of needed to kind of bring them into line with everything else. Going down to the Liao's Rangers. Liao's Rangers, I think, are the ones that are having a massive buff, and I think we're going to be seeing these guys a lot more in the game, and I am personally very excited to be able to play these guys again in most siege battles. Now, the Liao's Rangers, at the minute, you never really see them. They're very squishy, and their shots don't do a lot of damage. They miss a lot of the time, and they don't do a lot of them either. However, after tomorrow, they are going to be increasing the amount of bullets they fire. They are going to be increasing their accuracy by 60%, which is huge. And they're also going to be increasing, I believe, their charge attack damage, which is going to be massive. Liao's Rangers, I believe, are going to really kind of make it very difficult for things like Keshigs and stuff to still dominate. Keshigs are not having any changes come to them tomorrow, so it'll be interesting to see just actually how much these Liao's Rangers are played, and if people start switching over from Keshigs to Liao's, or if the people are actually going to be sticking with Keshigs, and a few people are just using Liao's. I can kind of see that actually some people will stick with Keshigs, some people will go with Liao's. I think it will all just be dependent on your kind of game style, your gameplay, and how well you use your cavalry units. The Keshigs will be very good for close quarters combat. The Liao's will be obviously a little bit of range combat plus the close quarters as well. They have had no buffs to their close quarters. It is all about their ranged attacks, so if you are using the Liao's properly and you're using that number 3 ability, it will be doing a lot more damage with a lot more accuracy from tomorrow. Really, the last unit that I really want to mention is the Fortisquiers. The Fortisquiers are also having a fairly big kind of change to them, which again I am very much looking forward to. This is going to be so they can counter cavalry even better. They have a massive long pike. They are very difficult, and already at the minute they are doing a lot of damage. However, after tomorrow, their damage to cavalry while using brace will increase by 15%, plus it can increase up to another 15% depending on if that cavalry is charging at you. So going back to the Keshigs, if you have a full Keshig unit charging into a braced unit of Fortisquiers pikemen, not only are they going to be doing a base 15% damage plus like bonus to you, they are going to do another 15% damage buff to you as well, because your unit is charging. Fortisquiers again are going to be very much like the Modaos. I think they're going to be very well used, even more so than what they currently are in territory wars, and I am very much looking forward to seeing what the future brings in terms of changes as well. Like I said in my last video, I am very glad they are going down the route of kind of buffing stuff rather than trying to nerf everything into the floor to the point of it being unplayable. They are trying to buff stuff. Now, just a quick kind of personal opinion, I don't think really all of these units need a buff, but I'm glad they are getting buffed, and I hope to see everything else getting a buff in the future as well. I am of the mindset that actually the nerfs have not worked. The nerfs do not balance units, they just kind of make them unplayable. So just buff everything up to a point where actually there is going to be units a lot stronger than others, only in certain circumstances, and it's going to change the dynamic of the game. It's going to make people play stuff that they're not currently playing, and I think it is definitely the right way of going about it. We will only see in a matter of time if it is the right way of going about it, but from personal opinion and from my experience in other games, I think this is the right way of going about it. Now, one last thing I want to mention as well, Imperial Spear Guards are going to be getting a significant buff. However, that is not going to be happening tomorrow. That will be happening in the next few weeks. So if you have got those Imperial Spear Guards and you're hoping to use them tomorrow, unfortunately you're going to have to wait for a little bit longer. The buff for them is not yet coming, but it will be coming in the next few weeks. Like I said as well, there are a few more buffs and changes coming to the game tomorrow, but I'm not going to cover those. I just wanted to cover really the main kind of unit points in this video, and hopefully tomorrow I will start recording all of these units and see just how much they have changed. I also plan on streaming over the weekend as well, so definitely come over and catch me over there. Thank you very much for watching, folks. I hope you enjoyed this one. Let me know your thoughts on all of these patch notes and what you are hoping is going to change tomorrow. As always, I hope to catch you out on the battlefield.